So you guys, I wanted to come give you all the update. I went and I had my intravenous antibiotics administered in my arm. This arm is so red because I have been poked in this arm Wednesday, Thursday. No, I didn't get blood yesterday and today. And then I had the IV in Wednesday and the IV today. So anyway, they put an IV in. I thought I was gonna have to be admitted. The attending doctor told me that I wasn't gonna have to be admitted. They just made me sit for about 20 minutes to see if I was gonna have a reaction. Now, when the nurse came in to put the antibiotics in my IV, she said, I'm going to push the medicine in slowly. She said, and the reason being is because if I push it in fast, you may vomit. So she said, you might feel a little nauseous as I'm putting the medicine in, but if you feel like you're really gonna puke, let me know. So I did start to feel nauseous. You know how you get that watery kind of taste in your mouth? But I didn't throw up. I just breathed through it. I was taking deep breaths. And first she flushed the IV again because it had been flushed once. Then she put the medicine in. Now, when I gave blood today, had to give blood today, I said to the nurse, I said, I'm getting antibiotics today. I said, can you just go on and stick me now since you already taking blood? I said, I don't want to be stuck twice. I said, because my arm is sore because I was just in here Wednesday night and I was stuck. Had to give blood and had to get an IV for contrast for the CT. So I said, if you just stick me now, after you take blood, just stick me again. Because I don't want you to put a Band-Aid on and then I got to be stuck again. So they all was just talking about how good my veins are. They were like, oh, you got such your vein in your arm. Oh my God, I wish everybody had a vein like this in their arm. Because I got that from my daddy. My mama don't have veins like I do. But they were just going on and on about my vein. So I always give my shots in this arm, in the right arm, because this vein is like, it's out there. So they were going on and on about the vein. But anyway, so she pushed the medicine in slowly. The attending doctor looked in my ear and he said, it's looking better. He said, but I still can't see your eardrum. He said, however, when you get this medicine today, he said, you should start to feel better. You should the tightness should start to ease up. He asked me, was I in any pain? I told him no. I told him that I had got the temporal medicine yesterday. And he said, okay. He said, if you feel any pain, if you get a fever or some type of reaction, come back. He told me not to take any medicine for the next 24 hours. He said, you shouldn't be in any pain. He said, but by tomorrow, he said, you should start to really feel better. Actually, I feel better now. I still cannot hear. But the tightness is not as tight. All of this pain that I had over here and all in my neck, all in my ear, and that constant boom, boom, boom is gone. Okay, it's gone. I don't have any of that. That's what was driving me crazy. That's what was causing the most, that constant pound. It was like somebody was just taking a hammer, just constantly. I'm telling y'all, it was driving me crazy. I do have a complaint, though, because when I went to the ER 2 weeks ago, that attending, she didn't do nothing, and she sent me out of there. This nurse practitioner, Michelle, When I went to the ER Wednesday, she ordered that CT scan. She gave me pain meds, that Temporal, that's supposed to be high in dosage. It's like a Aleve, but it's like high in dose. She was on it. So I am going to complain about that other attending doctor who sent me out of there. When I kept telling her, I said, this is not normal. I said all this to say I'm feeling better, but I also said I have come on here to say this to you all. Listen to your body. You know your body. When things are lingering and lingering and lingering, it ain't normal. And when you have an ear infection and you start taking antibiotics, it takes 3 days before you get to day 5. You feeling better. And I have not felt better since August 21st. September 21st is Sunday. September 21st is Sunday. So I have actually been dealing with this for almost a month. You know, it would be okay. But it never, ever, ever lessened up. It would and it wouldn't. It would and it wouldn't. And then it just kept getting worse and kept getting worse. Then it would stop. Then it would. And that's because the infection is now have moved to the back of the ear, down here in the bone area. But thanks be to God, I don't have any of that pain. But I do have a little swooshing in my ear. And I just believe that I'm on the mend to healing. And I really, really, really appreciate you all praying for me, because I have been talking about this to you all, to my YouTube subscribers, to my Facebook family. I have been talking to you all about this for a month now. You know, I've been trying to hang in there. I've been trying to be a big girl, but it's been hard. I'm just going to tell y'all the truth. It's really, really been hard, because being in constant pain, getting up every day, going to work, you know, I really haven't missed no days with this. But the you know, even now, like, it's still like in my jaw, you know. I keep a headache. I cannot get rid of this headache, and it's all because of this pressure. So thank God I didn't have to be admitted. I got the medicine that I needed. I'll go get the other antibiotics tomorrow, and I'll let you all know really, really how I'm feeling, because I'm going on this cruise. I can't get my money back, but I got to be okay to be able to fly. So anyway, happy Friday. Hope you had a great day. Hope you had a good day, and have a great weekend. Peace and blessings.